Hello, I'm Jennifer Billick. I'm the Executive Director at Leadership Medina County, and I'm at the age where I need to put my glasses on. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to this evening's event. With me tonight is Terry Green, the Director of Leadership Development. We are gathered here tonight to celebrate the Lead Institute class of 2025, also known as the Need to Lead class, and the signature class of 2025, the class that clicked, who have successfully completed 9 months of leadership training and civic engagement. Before we get started with tonight's festivities, I want to take a few moments to cover a few housekeeping items and thank the individuals that worked tirelessly behind the scenes for making tonight possible. Please take a moment to check out the table tents at your seats. Each one features a QR code you can scan to upload any photos, selfies, or videos that you capture throughout the evening. We'd love to include your memories in the Leadership Medina County archives. So have fun with it and share away. And speaking of videos, be sure to stop by the lobby where our very own Leadership Medina County LEAD alumna and class of 22 graduate, Jenny Young of She Did It Videography. She is serving as our roving reporter tonight. She's ready to chat with graduates, alumni, and guests about how you're feeling tonight and what you've gained from your leadership journey this year. Our board members have selflessly dedicated countless hours of their time, expertise, and resources towards propelling our organization forward and achieving our goals. Their visionary leadership, strategic planning, and unwavering commitment have been invaluable, and we are immensely privileged to have them on our team. As I call your name, would you please stand? Rick Dumpert. He's standing. There he is, right up there. He's already standing. He's already following the instructions. Kelly Smith, are you here? I wasn't sure if I'd seen her yet tonight. I don't think she's here. Cindy Phillips. Elizabeth Bickle. Debbie Bempke. Julie Fetto. Commissioner Steve Hambley. Kim Miller. Cheryl Murin. Jamie Stilla. Jeff Holland. And our immediate past president, Karen Gobb. Now I have to check, did I miss anybody? Because we have other board members, they just weren't all able to make it tonight. Okay, good, we didn't miss anybody. Now I want to take a special moment to recognize the incredible, oh, I'm skipping that part. Sorry. The class of 2020 was invited to come, but only the board members from the class of 2020 came. So I have a little statement I need to talk with my fellow classmates, but they're not here, so we're not going to say it. So we would also like to extend our deepest gratitude to our incredible sponsors for their unwavering support, both financial and otherwise. Automation Tool and Die, Huntington Bank, RPM, Rico Manufacturing, Sandridge Crafted Foods, Westfield Bank and Westfield Insurance, Revolution Trucking, Cleveland Clinic, Medina Hospital, and the Medina County Convention and Visitors Bureau. And if you ask anybody from the signature class, they passed the test at closing retreat. They know all of the sponsors. Tonight, we'd especially like to recognize our sponsors who helped make this evening possible. Ravago is our supporting sponsor. Our presenting sponsors are Revolution Trucking and Clamco Products. and Huntington Bank, our premier sponsor. Your generous contributions, along with those of so many others, empower us to fulfill our mission, broaden our impact, and positively touch countless lives. We are truly fortunate to have such a remarkable group of supporters. As we finish up our dessert, we'd love to share a brief look at LMC through the eyes of some of these wonderful sponsors and highlight some of the impactful moments from the past year. Many of you may have seen this before, but we think it's worth another look.
Medina County is a great place to live and work, and Leadership Medina County has played a big role in what makes Medina special.
The Leadership Medina County programs are unique and valuable to participants in a couple of ways. It provides an opportunity to develop their own unique leadership styles.
It brings people that live or work in Medina County together to collaborate and make Medina County a better place to live and to work.
But it also gives you a chance to meet your fellow Medina County people.
Being a participant opened my eyes to the Medina community. I've lived here for 13 years and I did not know all of the needs in the community, all of the resources our community members can receive.
And it really was an opportunity to kind of leave titles at the door and allowed us to kind of really open up in a safe space, talk about our experiences.
And it showed me that, hey, not only can I connect with people, but I can use that to positively impact and drive business forward.
Learning how to raise the heat, so leaning into conflict and knowing that conflict is not a bad word and it's okay, and how to manage through that.
I learned to be able to stand up for myself and to be able to present my strengths in the best way possible.
It's just so important that people who are leaders in their company understand how the community works. It just makes you a better leader when you have that span of information.
Leadership spans across many industries and many different backgrounds. And no matter where you are in your leadership journey and what industry you're participating in,
it's a connection tool.
It teaches the fundamentals of leadership.
Your leaders will meet other leaders and be an ambassador.
Leadership is about knowing who you are and utilizing your strengths, and also experimenting outside of your comfort zone.
And that builds and strengthens interactions that will serve them for years to come.
To me, it's about discovery. Leadership Medina County helps individuals discover themselves, discover their strengths, discover the resources in Medina County, discover how other entities collaborate, cooperate, and operate within the county. Some things that are not known to people who don't have the opportunity to experience that without going through the program.
The confidence that you get in being in a room with other community leaders and company leaders really is astounding. You start to feel like, man, I'm not in this by myself. We're all going through this together. We're learning.
It's truly about the community. What's in it for everyone? What's best for Medina County?
And so anyone could be a leader. It's not about a position or a title. It's an activity. It's an action.
The secret sauce is really our people. And it's the people who have come through the Leadership Medina County program. When you look around the county at business owners, business leaders, nonprofit leaders, in some way, shape, or form, they've come through Medina County and built this network that just helps them each and every day.
Every class that we had once a month seemed to outdo the previous one. I thought, this can't get any better, or I already know this, I can't learn anymore. It's not true.
One of my favorite things about the program was instantly having a network of professionals outside of your company.
You're touching on every different industry within our county.
In the room in Lead Institute, I was surrounded by other HR professionals.
I've been in healthcare for 27 years, and you kind of become in a bubble with other healthcare professionals, and you forget that there's a whole world outside of healthcare. So getting to know other businesses, other leaders, and how they lead was beyond beneficial for me.
I feel more responsibility to volunteer in the community and provide the resources that I'm able to help support, because I've lived in Medina County pretty much all of my life, but I never realized how many community resources were available.
It's an opportunity to learn about things that you wouldn't otherwise think about.
As I've done things in the county through the years, I can't tell you how many times I've reached out to fellow Leadership Medina County alumni to help on a board, to help on a project, to help in the community. And every single time I call a Leadership Medina County alumni, they respond on the spot.
I look around the table and I'm like, that's a Leadership Medina County alumni. That's a Leadership Medina County alumni, including executive directors. And I'm sitting at the same tables and I'm like, oh snap, I think I'm a leader too.
What I love about Leadership Medina County's programs is that they not only continue with a signature class, but over the years expanding to make sure that the young leaders really understand not just how Medina County works, but how any county works.
This is the future. These are the students that are going to be up and coming business people and people of influence in Medina County. So if we can provide the opportunity to engage them, to help them learn, we are only benefiting the future success of Medina County.
And I can tell you there's a line of people raising their hands asking, can I be the next person to go through the program?
I just feel like everything you go through leaves an impression on you personally.
Our county is what it is today because of people who have gone through Leadership Medina County and made a difference in the county.
Going through the program of Leadership Medina County was tremendously valuable, mostly because of the high quality of people that were in the program.
Being in those opening retreats, I think, is that real first moment, whether it was the LEAD Institute or whether it was a signature program for Leadership Medina County.
These leaders come back with a more energized appreciation for their community.
They want to be more engaged. They're not afraid to show their opinions and feelings.
They're appreciative of the connections they're making.
I was able to see what kind of leadership style makes the most sense to me.
And it's a forever thing.
I wish everybody who was in this county could go to this class because it is nothing but beneficial.
The uniqueness of it is its leadership in action.
And truly, if we can get everybody in this county to go to this class, we would be better for it.
I say thank you to all the leaders who have participated in Leadership Medina County, who have given people the opportunity to grow that they may not otherwise have that chance. So from me to you, thank you very much.
So thank you again to our sponsors. Now I also want to give a huge shout out to our Junior Leadership Program Coordinator, Miss Gabi Wells. Gabi and I recently celebrated the graduation of another outstanding class this year, consisting of 89 bright young leaders from across the county. And last but certainly not least, back here in the corner, a massive thank you to our amazing program coordinator, Gabby Pagura, a proud LEAD Institute graduate of the class of 23. Her dedication and tireless work behind the scenes, literally behind the scenes, are the backbone of the success of each of our class days and events. Thank you both. Terry, who else do we have to thank?
So our heartfelt thanks, I was just looking for Cassie, I don't see her. Our heartfelt thanks goes to the Galaxy and Cassie for hosting us tonight here at the Galaxy and for their gracious hospitality which has made this gathering possible, and to all of our dedicated alumni of Leadership Medina County who served on our graduation planning committee. Your time, your creativity, and commitment were instrumental in making this evening a memorable celebration. A special thank you for coming up with our theme, Click to Lead, if you notice that on your programs, which thoughtfully combined the class names of both our Signature and our LEAD Institute programs, perfectly capturing the unity and spirit of this graduating class. So please stand when I call your name so we can recognize you. Gabby Pagura, back here behind us, Dave Chambers, Amy Busby, who both can't be here because they work for Medina City Schools and there was a meeting tonight, Sharon Sabilski, I know she's here somewhere. She's still here? Sharon, are you here? In the back, way in the back. Brooklyn Mott, who's over here, our photographer. She'll be taking pictures this evening. Mary Toth, who had to leave, but you met her at the registration table. Carrie Ballar, oh my gosh, can I just tell you how thankful we are for her? This girl is a professional event planner. I mean, talk about a perfect committee member for graduation. Thank you, Carrie. Christy Jackson, she's here, I think, somewhere in the back as well. Elizabeth Bickle, who's new to our board, and also Julie Fetto, who's one of our board members up front here. Thank you all. It is truly an honor to be able to recognize the hard work and dedication of these incredible individuals who have committed themselves to becoming effective leaders and active citizens in our community. So as we celebrate the achievements of the LEAD Institute Class of 2025, the Need to Lead class, we're proud to recognize two special individuals who have been selected by their peers in their class to serve as our class co-champions. Please join me in welcoming Natalie Joyce of Ravago and Deanna Copeland of Sandridge Crafted Foods. If you two want to come to the podium. They've been practicing for this all year. In their roles as our class co-champions, they will help lead their class in staying engaged in their leadership journeys and connected with each other in leadership Medina County. Please join us in celebrating them tonight as they share their experiences and highlight their key takeaways from this year's leadership journey in the LEAD Institute program.
All right, talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, so Natalie and I are very, very pleased to be representing the class of 2025, the Need to Lead class. Over the past several months, we've grown together through challenges, discoveries, and countless learning opportunities. We explore what it means to lead with purpose, to listen deeply, to make a difference, not just at our workplace, but at home as well.
Our class was represented by 21 companies. Throughout the past 9 months, we experienced 3 promotions, 2 rebrands, a board member election, celebrated a 10-year business anniversary, received 3 awards, one most recently for Medina County's Board of Realtor Rookie of the Year. Congratulations, Sam. Had over 60 network connections, and we're honored to help our companies grow with over 25 new hires. During our roughly 72 hours together, we learned our disc styles, how to improve our communication, the use of radical candor to deliver those tough conversations, our top strengths to pave our way for opportunities for us as individuals as well as our teams to grow.
The biggest portion of our class time was diving into lessons from the book, Your Leadership Edge, to achieve our adaptive challenge. The biggest takeaway from me from these lessons was realizing that you need to take the time to truly diagnose the situation. Not only what others are doing around you, but how you are contributing to the outcome. Think not only about what you value, but those around you as well. That's how, as a leader, you're able to energize others while raising the heat strategically and moving the dial forward.
For me, it was identifying who needs to do the work, engaging the unusual voices, raising the heat, and knowing that leadership is risky.
The class was tasked with achieving 25 acts of kindness. The rules of engagement were: the minimum requirement of attendees was 8 per event, and each classmate had to complete at least 10 throughout the course of the year. Sure, this is a daunting task because we all have our differing passions and schedules, but we were able to complete with flying colors. To achieve this goal, 20 different causes were benefited through the travel to 11 different locations and roughly 180 hours worth of time. Countless smiles, laughs, stories were shared with each other and members of the organization through our passion to achieve a common goal of making the space around us just that much better.
Our other class project was presenting 3 lunch and learn sessions highlighting some of Medina County's nonprofit organizations. The virtual sessions were attended by roughly 75 attendees, with later views of the sessions on the website bringing in 37 additional views and 2 likes. In February, we heard from Kyle White at the OSU Extension and her work with the underserved youth and providing them workforce development. Pamela Sayer with JOG and the services offered to current and graduated students in Ohio. Steve Posh from That Place for Teens provides a safe place for local teens to hang out and learn. In March, Jesse Kane spoke about the new emergency housing at Medina Metro Housing Authority. Nancy Peacock told us about the great care the free clinic of Medina County provides for Medina County residents. And John Wasilko with The Beat is transforming students into local news correspondents and hopefully our future leaders. In April, Janet Newcomer with Feeding Medina County informed us how community members are impacted by food insecurity and how they can receive assistance and how us as a community can help. Barb DeZor with the Medina County Community Fund spoke to all the opportunities available in Medina County. And lastly, Connie Richendaler spoke to her mission of advocating for animals without a voice. Thank you to anyone who attended these sessions and to all those who are helping to spread the word of the great work just a small portion of Medina County's nonprofit sector is achieving. At the end of class during a retreat, we asked everybody, what is one word that you feel embodies leadership? These are the words that we selected. Each one reminds us the fact that leadership is not a position, it's an activity.
Not only were we able to learn valuable classroom lessons through all of our wonderful daily presenters and engaging activities, but best of all, we made great connections with each other and hopefully lifelong friendships as we grow within the community.
Over these past 9 months, we were challenged, humbled, and pushed to step outside our own comfort zones to build new and professional and often personal toolboxes. We will take away these ideas as we continue to grow, learn, and further establish our place within our respective companies and personal lives. Leadership is an activity, not a position. It starts with you and you must engage others, and it's risky. Thank you, Evan Ferrillo, for creating this great graphic. It truly does represent the 2025 lead class. We truly did have the need to lead. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie and Deanna. Now it is my absolute pleasure to invite 2 truly exceptional individuals to the stage. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to our esteemed 2025 co-champions, Carrie Deeks and Piper Morgan. For Piper, this moment is particularly special as she is wrapping up an incredible 2-year journey. She has been with us, having been a valued member of the Lead Institute class of 24, and now completing her signature class year this year. We are so excited to hear from both Carrie and Piper as they share their insightful experiences and the most significant takeaways from their remarkable journey through this year's LMC signature class. And now that Carrie is making her way up here, it makes me wonder, will any furry friends be joining her at the platform?
I'm a little short. Well, we're both a little short. So I do too, and we're still short. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Leadership Medina County Signature Class of 2025 graduation. We are so excited to introduce you to the class that clicked. My name is Piper Morgan, and I am the program director for the Housing Choice Voucher Program at the Medina Metropolitan Housing Authority, where I've been for the last 8 years. I'm a 2024 graduate of the Lead Institute and now a 2025 graduate of the Signature Program. I think. I'm graduating, right? Okay. So I guess you can say that I have drunk the Leadership Medina County Kool-Aid. I'm very excited to continue as an alumni in many different capacities, and I'm so happy to be up here with my partner in crime, or as we like to say, shenanigans, Carrie Deeks.
Hi, I'm Carrie Deeks. I've had the role of Sales and Operations Supervisor at Core Support Partners for the past 2 years. I, like Piper, am now a 2-time Leadership Medina County alum, I think. Thank you. I graduated in 2019 from Emerging Leaders, which we now know as the LEAD Institute, and I will now be joining Piper and the rest of our classmates as graduates of the signature class of 2025. I think it really speaks volumes to the upper leadership and the programming of this organization to see so many people choose to go through this program more than one time. Though each program contrasts each other starkly, they both bring a unique value to the lives of those who choose to participate, and I'm so grateful to my former employer as well as my current employer that they saw the value add and chose to invest in me in this way.
Okay. When we walked into the opening retreat 9 months ago, most of us were strangers, maybe a few acquaintances, but we quickly became more than that. We all remember it being a pretty toasty late summer day. Right, John? Wherever you are. John? We built bridges out of balloons and masking tape. We honed our listening skills with an activity, which admittedly my group tragically failed at, myself included, when Derek, wherever Derek is, started talking about Huntington, West Virginia, where he was from, and where my daughter went to college, and I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. And thanks to activities like the name game, we learned who liked to read, who liked to hike, who liked to work out, and an epic bromance was born when we all learned that Jesse and Cam liked to golf. And of course, there was the karaoke, but that's just for us. Our first class day, History Day, had us riding a train, touring AI root candles, and running around the square, giggling and having a blast like we had known each other forever. And we figured out pretty quickly who had a competitive streak. It's me, I'm competitive. Agriculture Day had us starting at Dairy Farmers of America, and it was full of a plethora of different animals and flowers and maple syrup, and one particularly unkind goat who spit at my good friend here.
His name is Tom.
Yeah, he was not nice. It also began her ability to find animals on every single class day. In October, we got to experience all the amazing things that our library and our park system had to offer. And in November, we spent some time learning about local government by visiting with Mayor Hanwell and Sheriff Grice. We toured the Juvenile Detention Center, we went to Wadsworth and met with Judge Lewis and visited the new fire station, and all of these amazing people and places that work hard to keep our community safe. December's class was all about health and wellness, and we found ourselves at the hospital practicing putting tourniquets on each other. We learned about mental health advocacy from alternative paths, and we visited the health department and got to see where our good friend Mike works. We finished our day learning about hospice services. Our class days made us fast friends, and we made personal and professional connections. Just the other day, Jesse told me a story about how he had had 1 million conversations with Joe Zika this year, and it wasn't until the closing retreat that Joe had realized that Jesse worked for Huntington Bank. I truly believe that this is a testament to how we have clicked as a class. We have gotten to know each other as people and not just as our jobs. But if we need a work connection, they are there too. Mike reached out to me for something that he was working on that I had mentioned once in passing, and I was able to make a connection for him with someone that I worked with. And I know that there are several instances of business connections that have been made throughout the year, and without a doubt, lifelong friendships have been formed. This is the beauty of this organization: friends, work connections, and people who will always be in your corner. While class days were long, we were always learning about ourselves, each other, and our community, all while having fun and getting into some serious shenanigans. I was born and raised in Medina, and I'm still constantly amazed at all the new things I learned and new places I visited.
Ditto. I truly do echo everything Piper's already said, but I'll pick up by covering the last half of the year. In January, the junior leadership class and our signature class took part in the poverty simulation held at Western Reserve Masonic Community. The simulation's intent is to show us what programs and resources are available to us here in Medina County, but also the barriers that individuals who desperately need those resources must face every day. It was truly eye-opening, and if you ever have the opportunity to serve in some way or to volunteer or participate in that simulation, I do encourage you to do so. January also brought us Human Services Day, where we spent time actually visiting some of the resources Medina has available. We got to be among some of the first to visit Medina's brand new homeless shelter, the Next Step Up Emergency Housing Shelter, which we know is near and dear to Piper's heart. We also visited Hope Recovery Center, which has some amazing programming for those who are in addiction recovery. In February, we had Education Day, which was one of my favorite class days. We got to tour Cloverleaf's brand new middle school and high school complex, and since my kids are in this district, I selfishly was amazed to see all the incredible shifts in learning and technology that have occurred since I was in school, and that's available to them. We then went to the Medina Career Center, where we were blown away again to see the programming that's there. I went in there with a bit of a bias, just based on my own upbringing, and I left there with a completely different mindset. I'd be so proud if any of my kids decided that they wanted to get a head start in their career by starting off learning a trade instead of going the traditional route. Business and Industry Day was held in March, and we got to see firsthand how incredible our local manufacturing world is. We toured a few places in Wadsworth, including Clearco Products, Rulin Company, Suprema, Luke Engineering, and Rohr Corporation. These companies are doing big things in our community, and some of them have products that ship all over the world. It really is fascinating to see how big our little corner of the world truly is. We wrapped up our class days with a road trip to Columbus for State Government Day. More than half of us went down the night before and spent some time getting to know each other more, know each other more before this whole thing came to an end. Carrie, Emily, and I carpooled, and gosh, did we laugh and giggle. And they also learned that I don't drive well in downtown Columbus. It's a lot of one-way roads down there. And poor Taylor, I don't know where Taylor Cooper is, but she learned that the valet lot at the hotel cannot be trusted. And I really hope you got your car fixed. Bless you. The actual class day was a lot of fun as well. We toured the Supreme Court building and the State House, and most importantly, we met Jim Tressel. He delivered a powerhouse speech teaching us that leadership is not a title, it is the action that we can take to serve others. But not before he and Jen Billick delivered an impromptu performance of the BW alma mater that we will never forget. This brings us to our closing retreat just a couple weeks ago. We ended our time together with reflections on the year, giggles, some tears. Looking at you, Jen. No? I'm proud. And just an overall recap of some of our favorite moments, which brings us to the slide you see before us. The LMC class of 2025 top 12 moments was brought to you from the class closing retreat. We passed out note cards, well, sticky notes, because I bought the wrong thing at the store, like an idiot. And I asked every one of the signature class members to jot down their favorite quote, their favorite class day, or just an overall favorite memory in general. While some didn't make the cut, but did make us giggle a lot, a majority of them did make it, and we compiled them here for you to see.
All right, number 12, Joe Zika dad jokes. Joe, do you have a joke for us? Joe, do you have a joke for us?
We should have prepped you, we're sorry.
Okay, if you get a chance to put Joe on the spot later, he's got some great dad jokes.
All right, next is Brian Frazier never making the group photo, and so he had to be photoshopped in at closing retreat into their class presentation slide.
Number 10, running all over Medina like crazies doing a scavenger hunt on History Day. It was so hot that day.
John Grillo, I am so sorry. Speaking of hot, opening retreat day was so hot, and multiple people voted to make this a top 12 moment because poor John was overheating in his full suit jacket, and he did not prepare to be outside for over an hour playing the name game. So there's no photos of this, but the poor guy can't live this down.
I don't know how I ended up number 8, but I'm pretty sure that should say realizing how old I am, not how young I am, when we found my yearbook at the library.
We had 4 votes for somehow Jesse and Cam ended up having this epic bromance, and then they were just together everywhere. They called them twins. They both loved to golf. It was a big thing. So 4 people in the class voted for that being their favorite part of the year.
Oh, number 6, spending Aubrey's birthday with her on Ag Day. That was a great day, Aubrey. We loved spending your birthday together.
6 votes came from just spending a lot of quality time together down in Columbus for State Government Day.
Carrie always finding animals everywhere we went. It's amazing that she could find animals on every class day. Like Business and Technology Day, she found animals. Make that make sense.
They were everywhere. Number 3, again, Jim Tressel. His speech was incredible. We felt like, we were in the OSU locker room just getting really pumped up, and it was just really sweet to see Jen fangirl over him. We loved that.
Number 2, karaoke night at opening retreat, and Jen somehow possibly breaking her hip. How did you hurt yourself? We don't know, but she was in the zone.
And the number 1 moment brought us to Jen again. Actually, this was submitted by Lori, and she just said that she was so happy to see Jen living her dream job every single class day. She's just so passionate. She was so happy to be there. She poured her all into every single class day, and we were just so blessed to be a part of your world, and it was just very obvious that you love what you do. So on that note, our class came together and have a little gift for Jen and for Gabby. So if you both could come forward for us. We actually reached out to Baskets Galore. Thank you, Hannah, for getting these together for us. And they put together a nice little Made in Medina basket just to thank you guys for everything you've done for us this year and all the heart and soul you've poured into us the entire 9 months. So. Thank you.
All right, was the over under 40 minutes in?
Wait, we have 2 minutes.
Oh.
We're not done yet, sorry.
But we wanted to know if she's cried yet.
Have you cried yet, though?
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. Okay, we're almost done, we promise. You let us loose.
That's impressive.
Okay. We're almost done, I promise. These last 2 years being involved in Leadership Medina County have meant so much to me. The lead class gave me confidence in myself, and the signature class showed me how to use that confidence. Thank you, Terry and Jen. I'm so grateful to this program and to all the people involved in it, and to the friends I have met along the way. I truly adore you all. We truly are the class that clicked.
And I just want to again thank everybody that poured themselves into planning all the class days, getting everything together for us, to our classmates who were just so fun, so funny. It was just such an enjoyable year. Every single class day made us laugh and giggle. So we wanted to thank you also for voting for us to be up here tonight. It is an honor, I'd like to say. However, I know that we're only up here because none of you wanted to be up here. Yeah. So. We know. We know the truth. We know. So your end of the bargain now, Signature Class of 2025, is to make sure to show up to any shenanigans that we plan on your behalf, on our behalf, and make sure that this isn't the last time that we see you guys. So
We'll hunt you down.
Because Piper will hunt you down. And that's it. Thank you guys. Congratulations, Class of 2025. Thank you.
So I do want to know what the over-under was for how long it would take me to cry.
It wasn't our best. There are people in the room that have a bet on how long it would take them to cry.
She hasn't. Thank you, Carrie and Piper. Please help me next welcome LMC's Board President Rick Dumpert, signature class of 2013, the Visionary class.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the board, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you for successfully completing your leadership programs. We are well aware of the rigorous program requirements, demanding curriculum, and high expectations placed upon you. Yet you persevered with diligence, dedication, and an unrelenting spirit, demonstrating your exceptional leadership potential. Your commitment is a testament to your unwavering passion for learning and growing as leaders. The program has provided you with a range of essential leadership skills and competencies, including strategic thinking, decision-making, communication, emotional intelligence, and effective team and project management. Believe in yourself. Use these enhanced leadership capabilities to make a positive impact in your work, personal, and social spheres, inspiring others with your vision, values, and leadership style. As you move forward in your leadership journey, we wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. We trust that you will continue to apply the lessons learned, challenges overcome, and experiences gained through this program to enhance your leadership effectiveness. Throughout your class year, you have all witnessed examples of volunteers and the numerous roles they serve, how vital they are to the continued success of our program and the quality of life in our communities. Please keep volunteerism alive and get involved, stay involved. In the words of our late great President, John F. Kennedy, one person can make a difference in the world, and everyone should try. Once again, congratulations on your outstanding achievement, and thank you for being a valuable member of Leadership Medina County. Thank you. It is now my great honor to invite up to the stage two very special individuals who have dedicated their time, talent, and treasure while serving on our board of directors. These outstanding professionals have contributed immensely to the growth and success of our organization, and it is with great pleasure that we recognize and honor their exceptional service. Both will be retiring from the board of directors at the end of June. Could I have Karen Gobb and Jeff Holland please come up front? I'd first like to recognize Jeff Holland, signature class of 1996, known as the brightest class. With the completion of his current fourth term, Jeff will have served a total of 12 years on our board of directors. He has been an integral part of our organization's journey towards excellence. He has graciously given us his time by serving on the Executive Committee, Community Education Committee, participated in Class Day presentations, conducted alumni events, board training, and fundraising. He has been an invaluable resource for legal advice and always weighs in with sound reasoning. He plays the devil's advocate like no one else. Some people are long on words. Jeff is not one of them. During the course of a board meeting, he has stopped us in our tracks more than once by making a one-word statement or observation to cut through the discussion fog forcing us to make a decision. Jeff is also an artist. He has the ability to multitask in a very unusual way. During our board meetings, he participates while simultaneously sketching images of something in the room, including pictures of fellow board members and our executive director. Very detailed, frameable drawings if the meeting is lengthy, and he has a big sheet of paper that's blank. Some of his greatest work that I was able to collect before somebody else grabbed it are displayed here. You may recognize one individual there. The meeting ended before Jeff could finish, but this is our executive director, Chen. You had a different look that day. I'll take a page out of Jeff's playbook and use a single word to describe him. Brilliant. Jeff is brilliant. On behalf of the board, and personally, Jeff, I thank you for your service to our organization, and it is an honor to work with you. Next, I would like to recognize Karen Gobb, an alumni of our Emerging Leaders class in the fall of 2014 and the signature class of 2017, known as the Collaborators. Karen also marks a significant milestone this evening as a graduate of the Lead Institute's The Need to Lead class. Her commitment to leadership in Medina County is further exemplified by her distinguished service on our board since 2018, holding the esteemed positions of Secretary, Vice President, President, and immediate past President this past year. We extend our deepest gratitude to Karen for her tireless dedication and passionate support. She served as Vice President during the tumultuous pandemic and was serving her first year as President when the pandemic ended. And I remember talking to Karen at that time, and she expressed that she finally felt comfortable serving as president, and she was so looking forward to her second term during a normal class year. Her second year as president kicked off with the news that our executive director, Colleen Rice, was resigning in 30 days. And out the door went the normal year. Arguably, Karen served as an officer during a few of the most challenging times in our organization's history. Through it all, she maintained composure as our stalwart leader. Karen will always have a special place in my heart. I first met her about 10 years ago at a junior leadership event where we both had volunteered. That began a friendship that will undoubtedly last a lifetime. On behalf of the board and from the bottom of my heart, Karen, thank you so much for all that you've done for our organization and for your invaluable contributions in past, present, and future. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, for this special occasion, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker, representing our generous graduation event sponsor, Huntington National Bank, Mr. Ron Pato. Ron, yep. Ron is a proud graduate of the Leadership Medina County class of 2000, known fondly as the Spirited class. His dedication to our organization continued through his service as a valued board member from 2000 to 2006, including his tenure as board president from 2003 to 2004. Furthermore, his exceptional leadership has been recognized with the LMC 2016 Excellence in Medina County Leadership Award and alongside numerous other accolades from various organizations. Currently serving as the market president for Huntington National Bank, Ron is here tonight representing Huntington Bank's commitment to leadership Medina County and our graduating classes. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Ron Pato.
Thanks, Jen. As I was sitting there, I was thinking I should have had Rick write my speech. That was well written and well articulated. I've spent a lot of time in my career with Jeff Holland, so I come from the Jeff Holland school of keeping things short. So I want to try and do that tonight. I'd like to start by congratulating all the graduates that are in the room tonight. Going through these programs is a sacrifice on both the personal and professional side. But I know, and now you know, it's time well spent. Sponsorships come our way in plenty of different shapes, sizes, and forms. This was interesting. I think it was December or January, and Jen came to me and said, Ron, I need to talk to you about Jesse. And I said, oh, sure. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be going great. And he's really having a hard time, and I'm not sure he's going to make it, and I don't know what to do, and da-da-da-da. And I said, what can we do to help? Or what can I do to help? She goes, well, we need a sponsor for graduation. Could you help? And now I find out the problem is Jesse spent his time in leadership Medina County playing golf with Cam. I mean, Karen, thank you for not costing more than Jesse did. Our bank has been a proud supporter of leadership Medina County since day one. We are a strong believer that it's important to have our leaders understand the history of this incredible county, that they are knowledgeable about issues in the county, and that they are networked and passionate about the success of our county. Leadership Medina County was started in 1990, and I'm proud to share that we've had someone from the bank in every single class. And have had someone sit on the board of directors for many of those years, including Cindy Phillips, who you heard earlier. Don Mitch is also a graduate, and I think it's important to share with this group that Don has taken on some additional responsibilities at the bank. You know, good leaders grow and develop their people, and we are committed to growing and developing Don. And in September of last year, he was named as the Huntington Bank go-to person for Browns tickets and events at Huntington Bank Field. So, Don, please wave. Those requests no longer come to me, they go to Don Mitch. When I think of the best leaders that I know, there are qualities and traits that come to mind. They communicate clearly, they are passionate about their work, they don't care about being popular, they keep their minds open, they work for their employees, they are positive, and they are encouraging. They respect others, they build relationships, they lead by example, and they never stop learning. I challenge all the graduates here tonight to embrace the value of collaboration. There are some things that I am known for. One of those is a saying that I use at least 20 times a day, and that is, together we're better. When we come together in our communities, great things happen. When we come together and collaborate, we become more inclusive. We build connections and relationships, and it drives innovation. As you leave here tonight and do great things in Medina County, I challenge you to see it, own it, and resolve it. Our best leaders do that on a regular basis. And when they see it, and when they own it, and when they resolve it, they prevent challenges and problems before they even get started, or they prevent them from getting worse. The key is you must do all three. They say 2 out of 3 isn't bad, but in this case it is. Because if you see it, but you don't own it or resolve it, it doesn't solve the problem. If you see it and own it, but don't resolve it, you still have a problem. There are a couple of examples that I would share with you in Medina County history that come to mind, where we had leaders see it, own it, resolve it. One was David Jones, who was president of Old Phoenix Bank in 1987. Unfortunately, Commissioner Hambley is probably the only person that remembers David, other than Don Mix and some others. But on the southwest corner of the square in Medina County in the late 80s, early 90s, there was Ziegler's department store. It was the icon of the community. And it announced it was going to close. And it sent shockwaves through Medina. Oh my gosh, this is the end of the square, what are we going to do? And I think everybody in this room agrees that Medina's got a pretty incredible square. David saw it. He saw, hey, this is a big deal, and if we're not careful, it's going to devastate our square. He owned it. He took on a leadership role in the community, working with the mayor at the time, the county commissioners, the other business leaders, and 30 days later, he had a developer and an owner of that building, and it was full. That is what seeing, owning, and resolving it is. Also, we are blessed in Medina County to have the Medina County Fiber Optic Network, and Commissioner Hambley played a significant role in that, in seeing it, owning it, and resolving it. We knew in Medina County that there was a monopoly when it came to fiber, and quite frankly, the product that was there was not very good, and there were leaders like Commissioner Hambley and Jim Gershbacher who said we need to do something about it. And the Medina County Fiber Optic was born. It was backed by the county. And not only was it backed by the county, and keep in mind this was a fully projection-based, like a bank would never lend an entity like this any money. Commissioner Hambley put the county's bond rating on the line, and he also went to cities and townships and villages and asked them to pledge their financial support, which they did. And look what we have today. We have competition, we've got a great fiber network, and it's been one of the best things that's happened in this county in a long time. I think it's important that each day everybody in this room tries to be a net giver. Give more than you get each and every day. And when you do that, you'll find you get way back more in return. I did want to share with you some of the leadership principles that I've used in my career. I've always wanted to be the one at the front of the line with my hand up and leaning into the headwinds. I've always been open to change and ready to take the call. I've constantly tried to listen, learn, and improve. I found that when your capacity for learning and growing is limitless, good things happen. I've always wanted to be present and build relationships, always wanting to go forward together. It's been important to me to be true to myself, my purpose, my passion, and my priorities. Lastly, I've wanted to be courageous and lean into life. I truly believe that the fear of failure feeds mediocrity. Growing up in our family, we always watched our fair share of the Winnie the Pooh because it was my brother's favorite, and I've always wanted to be Pooh and not Eeyore. Before I close, I'd like to make a plea to this room. May is National Foster Care Month. My wife and I have been foster parents in Medina and Summit County for over 30 years. There is such a need right now in both counties for new foster homes. In Medina County, there are not very many homes that will take kids for children that are 5 and over. In Summit County, there are now 915 children in care with 115 foster homes. Do the math, that's not very good. And what happens is when kids come into care and there's not foster homes to place them in, we split up sibling groups and we send them to all areas of Ohio. So think of the trauma that a kid has already gone through to be removed and then split from their siblings and then moved out of the county. There's so many ways that you can help. You can foster, you can become a foster home, you can be a respite care provider, you can be an alternative caregiver. We lose good foster homes because foster parents get burned out, or they have a bad placement and they think they can't do it when they really can. Had they had some help or support along the way, they'd still be fostering. I close with a great quote from John Maxwell. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Again, congratulations and good luck.
Alrighty, thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. Thank you for those inspiring and powerful words. Your message has truly resonated with all of us and reminds us of the strength and potential each graduate carries forward. I have to comment, I was standing over there because you were talking about foster care in Medina County. And then we talked about Karen having led through COVID. So during COVID was the year that we started the LEAD Institute. What a great time to start a new program. But one of the things that came out of that initial start, when I had gone for my certification to do the training that we do in the LEAD Institute, I had to do some practice teaches, so I had to do them virtually. And we actually put a call out to Leadership Medina County alumni to put together an alumni project that they could work on through COVID. And the project ended up being foster care, creating awareness for foster care, the need here in Medina County. And I think we had about 20 alumni that stepped up. It was led by Jason Sanders in Wadsworth. And you talk about a leader who walks the walk and talks the talk. Not only did he lead that committee to create an awareness campaign for foster care need in Medina County with Job and Family Services, but he and his wife also went through the training and adopted and fostered 2 children that have successfully been rehomed into their forever homes. So that's the impact that Leadership Medina County alumni have here in Medina County. So I just had to mention that. So, all right, before I bring our Need to Lead class to the stage, I'd like to share a few parting words with them. So, congratulations, the class of 2020-25, the Need to Lead class. By the way, that's the name they chose for themselves, and I thought it was very appropriate. It is truly amazing how each of you has grown in confidence, in knowledge, and practical leadership skills this entire year. Your willingness to learn, your openness to feedback from each other, because they did a lot of peer coaching, and eagerness to embrace new perspectives have profoundly enriched your experiences during this program. Over the past 9 months, you have attended insightful workshops and gained valuable knowledge in various domains related to leadership. You've explored your own strengths, your behaviors, your communication skills and your styles, your emotional intelligence and EQs, and all of those assessments that we had you take in the 9 months. And you learned how to build and energize a team around those things that really matter. You have learned and demonstrated that leadership is an activity. You've engaged in conscious self-reflection, fortified your leadership skills, and grown as individuals. Today, as we gather together to celebrate your achievements, we reflect upon your journey and look towards the future. I would like to remind you that this journey does not actually end here tonight. It is now time to put your learnings into practice as you've started doing over the last 9 months in class, and let the fruits of this intense program thrive. Whether you're planning to make a difference in your existing organization or venture into new territories, I'm confident that you will make substantial contributions to your profession and your community here in Medina County. Once again, I extend my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And now, as you move forward, keep leaning into and identifying those adaptive challenges. And remember to shut your doors when needed and make time to grow yourself so you can show up even stronger for others and those on your team. All right, I need a drum roll. Are we ready? All right, the moment we've all been waiting for, the graduation ceremony. It's my great honor to begin the presentation of certificates for the accomplished graduates of the LEAD Institute, the Need to Lead class. Let us celebrate their hard work, their growth, and leadership as they step confidently into the next chapter of their journeys. Okay. Rick, Commissioner Hambley, and Jim of Revolution Trucking, Jim Adams, can you please come to the podium? They're going to be assisting me in handing out graduation commendations and gifts tonight to our graduates of the LEAD Institute. Commissioner Hambley is a graduate from our signature class of 1995, and I want to thank the Medina County Commissioners for providing tonight's commendations and recognizing the LEAD Institute and signature class. Jim Adams, the CEO of Revolution Trucking, who's one of our sponsors this evening, he will also be helping in passing out the gifts for the LEAD Institute. All right. I got a technical challenge for my LEAD class. I need all of you to come up here, gather to my left, and position yourself in alphabetic order by last name.
We also are terrible, and we have a gift for our leader of leaders. So this huge gift over here is for you, and then the white boxes are for Gabby.
Aw, thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet. Oh, they got a cheat sheet. Look at the teacher over here. All right, have we mastered it? Danielle, have you gotten them in order? Danielle's our teacher. All right, you guys ready? All right, I'm going to give you some instructions, okay? So everybody pay attention, all right? You're going to shimmy across. Yes, we got the shimmiers. All right. So when I call your name, I want you to come forward, okay? And then you're going to hit each one of these individuals, and they're each going to give you something. And then you're going to go out to Jenny in the hallway, okay? Because she's doing the filming, and she's going to do a quick video of you. And then you're going to come over to Brooke here and stand in front of the balloons, and you're going to get a class photo. Got it? Okay, everybody's got that. And I am going to ask that everybody hold their applause until the end, once I've announced all of the graduates. Did I cover everything? I think so. Okay, all right. You ready? Yes. Okay. Jennifer Bonnet. By the way, they don't know this, but Jen's finding this out right now. But at the beginning of the year, we had an alumni from the class of 22 of the Lead Institute who had asked me if she could actually do an activity for the future classes. So at their opening retreat last year, they wrote they wrote to themselves a leadership letter. They didn't know it was to themselves. They wrote it to somebody that they admired as a leader and what the qualities were that they admired about them, and they had to leave it blank. It said, "Dear blank." So they're getting those letters back to see what they wrote at the beginning of the year to see how much they've grown. So, Deanna Marie Copeland. Abigail Dobbins. Michael Dolan. And our infamous artist, Evan Ferrillo. And you've already met her, but the infamous Karen Gobb. She's got a lot of stage time today. Jennifer Horvath. Natalie Joyce. And Rookie of the Year, Samuel LaFaso III. Danielle McMaster. Kristen Minicello. Erica Newland. Oh, this is the best name ever. Nicholas Pokazua. I love it. James Pointer. Chastity Renner. Karen Simcoe. Michael Scoltetti. Brian Snyder. You guys did well. Jessica Wagner. Hannah Wazilko. That's her mother. Amber Weinbrenner. And then we also had Jared Zabrowski, who couldn't be here tonight. All right. Round of applause for the Need to Lead class, the class of 2025. All right. So they're going to be busy over there for a little bit. Rick, Steve, Jim, thank you for your assistance. I think you guys are going to stay up there, though. Jim, you can sit down. And I'm going to welcome back to the podium our Executive Director, Jennifer Billick, and she's going to graduate the signature class of 2025.
So before we get too far started along, the graduates tonight are receiving a copy of today's Gazette, and inside there is a 2-page ad which has the class pictures of everybody who graduated both programs in there. So that's why they're getting the newspaper. All right, class, are you ready? But you know I couldn't just graduate you. I have to give my last parting words, right? So before we get started, I have a few words for the signature class of 2025. As Executive Director, I've had this distinct honor of walking alongside you throughout this past year, and what a year it has been. From those initial introductions filled with anticipation, I've watched as something truly remarkable unfolded. You didn't just participate, you connected. You truly clicked. That name, the class that clicked, isn't just a catchy phrase, it encapsulates the very essence of your journey together. I witnessed it firsthand, the way your individual experiences and perspectives began to align, forming a powerful collective. Together, you created something greater than the sum of the parts. One of the most inspiring elements I've observed is the shared vision you all carried with you. You entered this program with a common desire to deepen your understanding of Medina County and cultivate your leadership potential. This shared purpose acted as a powerful unifying force, allowing you to see beyond individual interests and focus on how you could collectively contribute to our community's betterment. Watching that commitment take root and flourish has been nothing short of inspiring. In a world that often feels increasingly polarized, this class cultivated an environment of mutual respect. You didn't just listen to respond, you listened to understand. This created a space where vulnerability was welcomed, and I cried a lot, so they really welcomed my vulnerability. Where assumptions could be challenged, and where your perspectives broadened. It is in these moments of respectful dialogue that true understanding blossoms, and it is here that true leadership is forged. The ability to engage in these constructive conversations is a rare and invaluable skill, one that will serve you well as you continue to lead. And let's not forget the joyful engagement that permeated every class day. Think about the laughter, the shared moments of discovery, and the camaraderie that was born from teamwork. You didn't just learn about leadership, you lived it together. You infused this experience with a spirit of enthusiasm and joy. That energy, that zest for learning became the glue that strengthened your bonds and made the journey not only valuable, but truly memorable. This joyful spirit has been the cornerstone of the class that clicked. As John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. And graduates, you have embodied this spirit throughout your time in this program. You've inspired one another, you've pushed each other to be better, to aim higher, and to dream bigger. As you transition into the LMC alumni community, carry these vital elements with you. The shared vision that brought you together can continue to inspire collaborative action. The mutual respect you cultivate will serve as a model for future engagements. And the joyful spirit you embraced will fuel your ongoing leadership journey. I'm reminded tonight of the quote Randy McShepard shared with us from Margaret J. Wheatley. There is no power for change greater than a community, darn it, discovering what it cares about. Did you win that bet? This year, you began that discovery. You found what matters to you. You now know that Medina County is more than just where you live or work. It's a place full of opportunity. It's where people care and collaborate. It's a place worth leading. It has been an absolute privilege to serve you as your executive director this year, to be a part of the unique connection you forged. The click you experienced isn't just a moment, it's a reflection of your openness, your engagement, and your commitment to one another, to our community, and to the future. Congratulations, signature class of 2025, the class that clicked. The future of leadership in our community is brighter because each and every one of you. With that, I officially welcome you to the LMC alumni community. Now, we have Rick and Steve again, and joining us is Rich Bobby from Clampo Products. They will be assisting me with handing out the graduation commendations and gifts tonight to our signature class graduates. Rich Bobby is the plant manager of Clampo Products and is one of our presenting sponsors for this year's graduation. All right, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the class that clicked. You've lined up, and I'm going to ask you to come forward when your name is called to receive your commendation and your gifts. Once you receive your gifts, please go back out to Jenny and grab a quick little video, and then you're going to come back, stand by the balloons, get your class picture, and return to your seats because I'm not done. You all know that, right? You know I'm not ever quite done. So please come back to your seats. And with that, we will begin. Jesse Beal. Madeline Berry. Mitchell Bemke. Brett R. Cooper. Carrie Deeks. Aubrey Diekman. Reese Dunton. Brian Frazier. Leanne Garver. John Grillo. Derek Hale. John Klashensky. John Krebs. Tim Lance. I think I'm going too fast. Debbie Lewis. Cameron McClellan. Michael Metcalf. Piper Morgan. Carrie Ravine. Michaela Rigg. Kimberly Valco. Brian Wagner. Patrick Watts. Lori Wilkinson. Emily Reeford. David Wyatt. Elizabeth Zesotek. And Joe Zika. I want a bad dad joke. So as they're doing their thing, let's give them a round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I'm the only one who's okay with talking in front of people. Okay, so we failed to recognize our beautiful women who have helped us in the lead class with some gorgeous gifts. So first, we would like to acknowledge Gabby Pagura. Give her a round of applause. We love you, Gabby. And of course, Jen, gorgeous gift. We picked up that you guys like to drink white wine, so we've noted that. And then for our fearless leader, the leader of the leaders, as Mike calls her, Terry Green. Woo! I thought Terry's name didn't have an E at the end, so I did have to take it back to the etchers. That's my fault. It's good now. Okay, thank you.
All right, as they're taking their seats, I'd be remiss, my board members would probably be looking at me as, Jen, it was a missed opportunity, especially Kim Miller, our recruiting chair. If you've not gone through one of our programs or you've gone through one or the other and you're not inspired to apply, I don't know how else to get you to be inspired to apply. So applications are still open for the signature class for next year and for the LEAD Institute. So please consider it. As you've seen tonight, it's a really incredible year. As we prepare to leave tonight, let's remember the words from the Kansas Leadership Center, which is part of the inspiration of the LEAD Institute. Leadership is neither a position nor authority. It's an activity open to anyone who can see and seize their moments to lead and engage differently. Let's all do our part and seize those moments to lead and engage in ways that truly matter.
Okay. So I have two announcements also before we dismiss. So first and foremost, the Galaxy they wanted me to share with you that the sports bar and the wine bar are going to stay open if anybody wants to stay after for drinks. And I believe somebody told me that Crafted Cocktail has been given a heads up, which is right down the street, that there might be some graduates heading over there afterwards. So they've got a heads up that you're coming. Secondly, I wasn't going to do this, but I was coerced into it. But our fearless leader, Jennifer Billick's birthday was yesterday. So we would like to sing happy birthday to her before we leave tonight. So if we can all start, I'll count to 3, and then we'll sing happy birthday to Jen. We got a little gift there for you too, and a little cake. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
No, don't do this next year.
Happy birthday to Jennifer. Happy birthday to you. She's got many gifts to take home tonight. So on that note, I will bid you adieu, and good night, and thank you all for coming.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.